Today I'll be talking about 10 people who mysteriously disappeared. No trace of them ever to be found again. Please enjoy. Number 1. The Roanoke Colony. In the 16th century, more than 100 British settlers disappeared from Roanoke Island in North Carolina. This happened after the colony's leader, John White, left for England to gather supplies. He returned to find no trace of his family or the colony. Today it is rumoured that the settlers joined a local tribe on Hatteras Island, but no one will ever know for sure. Number 2. The crew of the Mary Celeste. In 1872, a month after the Mary Celeste set sail from New York City, Captain David Morehouse spotted the ship adrift, so he sent his crew out to investigate. They were surprised to find no one on board and no sign of battle, yet there were enough food and water for 6 months. Pirates, ghosts, sea monsters, those are just a few of the many theories that surround this ship's disappearance. Number 3. Benjamin Bathurst. In 1809, this British envoy disappeared from Vienna after being recalled to London. One evening when his valet went to fetch him, Bathurst was nowhere to be seen. Apparently, the 25-year-old was mentally unstable and believed that Napoleon was out to get him. A few weeks later, 2 women found a pair of Bathurst's pants with bullet holes in them, but there was no blood. Number 4. Ambrose Bierce. Ambrose Bierce was a writer who disappeared at the age of 70. On December 26, 1913, just days before the Battle of Ojinaga, Bierce wrote his final letter saying he was joining Pancho Villa in the Mexican Revolution. Nobody ever heard from Bierce again. Stranger yet, none of the American journalists covering the battle ever mentioned his presence. Number 5. Percy Harrison Fawcett. The character Indiana Jones was based on this adventurer who disappeared with his son in 1925 when the two were searching for a lost city in the Amazon rainforest. Years later, a man told the story of an elderly white man who he insisted was Fawcett. Despite dozens of rescue missions, no trace of him was ever found, or his son for that matter. Number 6. Jimmy Hoffa. On July 30th, 1975, the Teamsters boss went to meet 2 other men in a Michigan car park, but was never seen again. Yet Hoffa's alleged counterparts had rock-solid alibis and claimed the meeting never took place. His body was never found. Number 7. Australian Prime Minister Harry Holt. On December 17th, 1967, Australia's Prime Minister went for a swim at the beach and never came back. One of Australia's largest ever rescue missions was launched, but the body was never found. It's said that the Prime Minister suffered from heart problems, but still, the absence of a body has given rise to many legends. One legend has it that he was taken by Chinese or Soviet submarines, or by extraterrestrials. Number 8. Lord Lucan. In 1973, Lord Lucan separated from his wife, Veronica Duncan, became an alcoholic, and then went into a legal battle for custody of his 3 children. In November 1974, Veronica entered a bar covered in blood. Then, after police searched her house, they found the dead body of her nanny, beaten to death. She blamed Lucan for the killing. An international arrest warrant was issued for Lucan, but he was never found. People have since reported seeing him walking on Mount Etna, playing cards in Botswana, and changing in a locker room in Vancouver. Number 9. The Soldering Children. On the night of December 24th, 1945, Jenny and George Sodder were horrified to discover that their family home had burnt down, with their 5 kids inside. However, the kids' bodies were never found. The absence of the bodies and the discovery of a cut telephone line suggests that the children were taken before the fire started. Unfortunately, the case has never been solved. Number 10. Jim Thompson. Jim Thompson, an American spy during the Second World War, moved to Thailand after the war and started up his own silk production and export company. In March of 1967, he went for a walk on the Malaysian mountain but never returned. Despite a manhunt, no trace of his body was ever found. His past involvement in espionage suggests that he was kidnapped. As a result of his disappearance, his home in Bangkok has now become a tourist attraction. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Now quickly, as you can see behind me, my subscriber count in real time is 1,135. I'd like to try and get it to 1,200 in the next couple of weeks. If you enjoy my content and you enjoy these kinds of videos, I believe my channel is for you. The content will only get better with time. Please subscribe, please help me out.